Oh, let's hope that battery doesn't go dead. 365-day devotional. This will be a tapper 2x4. Hebrews 12:5 through 6. Hey, it is Max Lucado's books, 365-day devotional, or God is with you every day. I knew that, mister. It's good to be reminded every once in a while, right? All right, tapper 2x4. My son, do not make but first and foremost, let me say, Christina, I just tagged you to get you so you get the notification. It's cool. I haven't seen you in the gym lately. My responsibility to the city of Claremont and Lake County as the CEO, the Chief Encouragement Officer, is I'm required to make sure that our gym retention stays high, and a lot of people show up to the gym. And if they don't, they get phone calls or you tag them on Facebook. That's one of the requirements. So I'm fulfilling that requirement. So yeah, I haven't seen you. So I hope everything's good. Watch out for hornets chasing you. You never know where those hornets nest. You got to be careful with that. They are relentless, just like God. God is relentlessly pursuing us. I'll change anything into Jesus or God. Okay. He did create everything. Everything. All right. I don't know why some things, but it works good. Ants eat all the dead animals. Cool. Decomposition, stuff like that. Maggots, same thing. Horseflies, same thing. It's all good. All right. Tapper 2x4. My son, do not make light of the Lord's discipline, and do not lose heart when he rebukes you, because the Lord disciplines the ones he loves, and he chastens everyone he accepted his son. Yes, Hebrews 12:5 through 6. Wake up. That's what God was really saying to Saul. Saul, the first king of Israel, was consumed with jealousy. He was upstaged by David, the youngest son of the shepherding family. David did everything better than Saul. He sang better, he impressed the women more, he even killed the giant Saul feared. But rather than celebrate David's God-given abilities, Saul grew insanely hostile. God, in an apparent effort to awaken Saul from his fog of jealousy, enlisted the help of his unwilling servant Satan. The next day, an evil spirit from God rushed upon Saul, and he prophesied in his house. 1 Samuel 18:10. Observe a solemn principle. There are times when hearts grow so hard and ears so dull that God turns us over to endure the consequences of our choices. As drastic as it may appear, God will actually allow a person to experience hell on earth in hopes of awakening his faith. A holy love makes the tough choice to release the child to the consequences of his rebellion. Remember, discipline should result in mercy, not misery. Some saints are awakened by a tap on the shoulder, while others need a 2x4 to the head. And whenever God needs a 2x4, Satan gets the call. I totally believe that. As drastic as it may appear, God will actually allow a person to experience hell on earth in hopes of awakening his or her faith. Do you believe that? I believe that. I think it was Pastor Preston at the Church of South Lake, or South Lake Church over here in Mascot, when he was giving teachings, a Bible study on sin is sickness, man. You start to sin, he'll make you sick. Something will happen. Something like he'll have to discipline his children, either they're followers of God or they haven't surrendered to God, but he will discipline you. I mean, he will make it hell on earth. Or the opposite happens. If you follow him, all of his principles, everything that your good Father asks you to do, he will bless you. It will be heaven on earth. So you hear all these stories about how the world is this and that and bad. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then you hear the stories, God will allow this to happen, these struggles and these trials, and yeah, kind of in a way, but you know he's going to build you up. He's going to turn something really, really good, or something, a learning process for the next. But more about being tapped on the shoulder or being whacked by a 2x4. It says, when are you going to wake up? When are you going to start listening to me? When are you going to surrender to me? Right? Mrs. Stormy? So that's a 365-day devotional. What he kind of had to do to Saul. I mean, yeah, jealousy. That is a hard one. I don't know. I wouldn't be If he's doing the work of God, then it's one thing, if you can see. But if that's a hard one to play with. I think that would be in another video, another talk. Huh. Yeah, no jealousy or envy. I mean, just speak words of encouragement to them to keep them, guide them on the right path, because they're doing a good job. If they do really well, it will glorify you. Their leader, which Saul at the time was David's leader, and David and Goliath, the whole story, and Saul was kind of being a punk the whole time, but he just needs to humble himself. You're already the leader, dude. You're already the king. Just humble yourself, be the king. You got it already, man, and let other people to move up to their level, and everything they do will glorify you, so you're safe with that. It's cool, but you need to always be doing your best too. Kings need to lead. They do need to lead by example, and then sometimes they need to get out there with the troops too. Pretty good story about the good movie. I forgot what it was called. The 12 Horsemen. That was a really good movie. Special operations, small team. The first team, special forces team, deployed into Afghanistan right after 9/11. A really quick response. Like September it happened. They got the call. October. They were pretty much in there. Had their plan on what they had to do and to stop the Taliban. And the captain had no war experience at all, but he had to lead, and he had to get the respect of his men. Of course, he had a warrant officer with him that was very highly decorated and really well experienced, just like his other men, and they all followed him. All the other men followed him and respected him, but he did really well. He earned the respect, and the other leader that was in of the Afghan army, the good army, our allies, he showed them how to lead from the front, what a leader's supposed to do, and he showed them by example. And on the 12 Horsemen, he led on taking out the main SAM site on a horse. It was pretty wild. So whatever it is you do, you need to be a leader and know that you do have followers, and you need to lead by example. But how did I get on that subject, Miss Stormy? I don't know. Yeah, envy and jealousy. Support your leaders, man. Support your followers. Followers support your leaders. Same way, goes vice versa. We're all humans. We're all children, sons and daughters of God. Some of us have accepted different positions with responsibility and authority. Yeah, it is. You're responsible for a lot, and a lot is asked of you. So do well to glorify God. Yeah. As if God's always watching, which he always is. It says God is with you every day. So God's watching. He's either smiling down at you, or he's going to discipline you and whack you with a 2x4. But prior to that, he'll probably tap you on the shoulder a few times. Yes. Alright, guys. Stay in prayer all the time. I do recommend the surrendering and on your knees and praying for your friends and family. But just talk to God. Talk to God just like he was a father that you respect and love. Yeah, put it out there. Right, Miss Stormy? Cool. We're going to go before she blocks the camera, because here she goes. She doesn't know there's a camera going. Yeah, I don't know there's a camera going. Alright, come on, Miss Stormy. Alright. Okay, fluffy cat. Meow. She's beautiful. Alright, let's see. Hi, Eric. Some good cycling going on today. I did Zwift. I hope you're still doing Peloton. Peloton looks like great fun, but Zwift is great fun too. But we gotta roll. Yeah. So you have the dog park, I have the cat park. It's only ones. They like to hang out in here. Notice I did get rid of the big chair. It was getting too smelly like cat. But now this is much better, much more room. Stormy, they're happy. Well, we gotta roll. I think we're in a competitive step challenge, and we only got 20 minutes. And check this out. Hi, how's it going? Alright. Try to get 20,000 steps per day. Good on calorie burn. Wow, pretty good. I definitely haven't eaten that much, but during my walk, I think I can in 20 minutes get 1.5 miles, which will get me that 2,000 more steps. Alright, let's go see what Mr. Brown. Oh, Mr. Brown. Looking very beautiful today. Nice and serious. This is a good little spot you got here. There. You. Alright, we gotta roll. Say bye, Miss Grimmy.